Welcome, everyone. It's Friday, and it's time for Travis Talk Sports, along with the coach, Ron Tunick.
Get your energy up, baby. I know you're only on 3 hours sleep. Get your energy up.
I'm half awake, but I am here. This is your hometown station, Travis Talk Sports. We got some things to talk about, Coach. We got the NCAA tournament underway. We got lots of trades in the NFL, signings. We got MLB, Dodgers.
Big week. But we've got a dedication today.
Really?
To the birthday girl.
Who's that?
Charlene Gill.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Charlene.
Happy birthday, Charlene.
Pisces. What date were you born? What month?
September 2nd.
That's a good month.
You know what that is?
No.
It's a Virgo.
Virgo.
Come on.
What are you, Aaron?
1971.
Aaron, what are you?
I'm a Leo, but you guys don't take that seriously, do you?
Yeah,
No,
I do. I take it
don't.
seriously. Also, a longtime listener to our show. It's amazing how many people go, God, I listen to you guys every Friday at 1. John Pranick, if I can pronounce his name properly. Pramick. John Pramick.
What's John do?
He's a entertainment and events specialist, so he gets the talent. Do you know the stuff in the park? What's it called, Aaron? Where we have entertainment in the Central Park.
Central Park, the concerts?
Concerts in the park.
Yeah, concerts. So he's the one that gets all the entertainment. He's an entertainment agent.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening, John.
Thanks, everybody, for listening out there. If you got a take on one of our topics here that we're going to discuss, NCAA tournament, college basketball, NFL, Major League Baseball.
Sad.
661-298-5487.
Our team lost.
Yes, we do have to give an update. A team we've been following here, the Masters University basketball team, went to the NAIA tournament and lost their first game. To Peru State. That is got to be a heartbreaker.
Thank you,
But
Aaron.
they had a great year overall, right? They had a great year.
Yeah, they did. We have to have the two guys back. Can you get them back?
Yeah.
We got to talk to them about, losing on the road after a season like that to 106-104. Darn. The Mustangs.
State.
And their girls basketball team is also in the finals.
Peru State?
No, the Mustangs, the Masters.
Mustangs.
Yeah, their girls basketball team is doing good too.
Awesome.
Aaron, do you say girls or ladies? How would you say it? Ladies, girls?
Women's.
That's right.
Thank you.
Or you could say Lady Mustangs,
That's what they say, Lady
that's-
Mustangs.
There it
right.
is.
That's what I need
Exactly.
to say. Yeah.
All right, Coach. So day one of the tourney, the real tournament started. They have the play-in games, obviously, on Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday. But the real games started yesterday. So how's your bracket looking, Coach?
Not good. I had everybody had Arizona winning. Everybody had Arizona winning. And go ahead.
We got to talk about that. Arizona ended the season in some controversy about the coach paying a player, and how much did that affect them going into the tournament? Did the players just play, or is that something on their mind? Maybe the players that could possibly be involved. How much is the coach thinking about that? And where does the university go? They're in the midst of a controversy. They came out their first game and just looked bad and got worked. They got worked.
They're great questions. You asked 10 questions there. You're a golfer like I'm a golfer. So, sometimes when you walk on the first tee in a match and significantly because of your resume that you're a better player, and then you come to the 18th hole and you're 2 holes behind and you lose the match. Arizona walked on that floor like they were going to win this thing on paper. And this is a good example to everybody listening to our show, and I think it plays in life too. When you have a chip on your shoulder, when you are prepared, when you care more than the other guy, you have a good chance of winning in life, and you have certainly a good chance of winning in sports. In basketball, it's a team sport. So when 5 guys or 7 guys play together with passion, with caring, with every single minute on that floor like it means something, they had a really good chance yesterday. And I tell my wife all the time, these are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. Don't get in a 19-year-old kid's face and tell him he's not good enough to play. And Arizona found out the hard way. I blame the coach, Travis. I think he will be gone. And this coach did not have these guys ready to play, so I put it on the coach. They have two of the best players in college basketball. Certainly, probably go number one. Aiton, he'll go number one, don't you think?
Yes, I think so.
He's a beast. I mean, I've seen him play. He's legit.
But you know what? It came down to play. He scored 14 points last night. He had a double-double. But you know what? It's a game, and you're the man. You got to come stronger than 14 points. I don't get that.
He should have been dominant.
Yeah.
No, but they covered
Buffalo
him.
didn't have a guy that played major minutes over 6'8". This guy Aiton is 7'1".
If you watch the game, Aaron, they covered him like a moth on a cheap suit. They had two guys on this guy the entire game. To their credit, they outplayed and outcoached Arizona.
Well, I think one of the things that you pointed out, Coach, is you just go out there and play, and you don't worry about how big the scene is. And I think that's why there's some upsets, because these teams that people write off and don't think they have a chance, they don't think about any of all that. They just think, I'm going to go out there and play, and they play hard, and they keep playing, and then they upset somebody.
I think the greatest quote of all time in sports, John Madden, just load the wagon. I don't care if the horse is blind. Just do your job. Get out there. Just what you said, get out there. Yeah, it's a big stage, but it's a basketball court, right, Aaron? We've done this before. We've been playing basketball since we're 6, 7 years old.
Right. Sometimes the moment gets too big, and you start thinking, especially when you're a big team, right? Like we saw the upset today, Wichita State. They aren't the biggest team, but you get teams that get upset, and I think the stage becomes so big that they kind of freeze and forget. We've been playing basketball since we're 6. Let's just go out there and play and execute, you know. And some people have the ability to do that, and some people, there's a block, you know, and the moment may be just too big for them. But I had a couple. Tell me what your record is there on your pick. I lost the Oklahoma Rhode Island game. I picked Oklahoma.
I've got 16 wins now and 5 losses, or 6 losses. I've got 16 wins and 5 losses. I gave you misinformation when you asked me my final 4. I've got Virginia, Xavier, Villanova, and Kansas. So Xavier hasn't shown up in a long time, but I think this could be their year.
Well, my final 4 is Virginia, Michigan, Villanova, and Kansas. And I think there's some seniors on that Villanova team that have experience. That's going to go a long way, I think, in this tournament. Same with Virginia. And then my Jayhawks, they got one senior, Graham, who just tore it up yesterday.
Coach Bill Self is legitimately one of the top 5 or 6 coaches in college basketball. I think Kansas will show up.
Yeah.
I don't think the stage will be too big for Kansas.
We'll see, man. Every game it's a different scenario with my Jayhawks.
But Wichita State hurts my feelings. Them losing. I mean, they were big. They're fast. Once again, I didn't watch the game, but for them to lose to Marshall, a 13 seed, come on, man. That's a 4th seed losing.
13, yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Let's go run through the scores here real quick. Right now, in the second half, we have North Carolina beating Lipscomb 50-39. That's a 2-15. We have Butler, 10 seed, beating Arkansas at halftime 36-31.
Ooh, I had Arkansas.
What's
the score at halftime on that game?
36-31. I picked Butler, but you know that Butler was up 21-2 at one point in this game, and now Arkansas has climbed back. So that should be a good game. I picked a lot of Big 12 teams that my Jayhawks are in because it's a competitive league, and Texas A&M is won today.
I saw that game. That was good.
So that's a good one.
It's amazing how many really, I don't want to say this, pretty good basketball players out there, and only 1 or 2% of them will ever see an NBA floor. It's amazing. Where do these guys? Will they go to Europe? Some of these better players, is that where they wind up?
Yeah, they go to Europe. They go to China. There's lots of little professional leagues. They go to Lithuania, right?
Yeah.
All kinds of places to try to play pro, and then from there, some of them will get in the D League and maybe even get a chance, on a 10-day contract or get to go to training camps and things like that.
I wonder what Lithuania looks like. You're listening to Travis Talk Sports, so 1 o'clock every Friday. I know you like our show because we get your texts and emails. We've got a very special guest in the studio today, one of my favorites. In fact, when you travel around the world like you do, Travis, he co-hosted with me, Bernie Cash. How are you, buddy boy?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys
nice to
invite
see
me
you.
again.
We were just talking about March Madness. Are you have any brackets?
No, I don't. I follow it. I watch it, but unfortunately, I'm not as educated as you guys are.
That's all right.
But it is awesome. It is fantastic.
Anything bugging? I'll tell you what's anything bugging either one of you, because I've got to share something that just gripes me. You get in the right hand lane, which is a turn lane, and the guy sits there, and he has no intention of turning right, and it costs you a minute or two. I don't get it.
Is there an arrow? Is there an arrow for that guy to turn right? Okay,
No.
so there's 2 lanes. He can be in any lane he wants. You're just impatient.
No, he's rude, or that person's rude. They know that's a right turn lane. Anyway, I got it out now. I feel better. I got it out. What's bugging you, Bernie?
You know what's bugging me? I want to get back to sports. What's bugging me is these quarterbacks getting paid, NFL getting paid an outrageous amount of money that I don't think they're worth it. I mean, this is getting way out of hand. I mean, Drew Brees getting $50 million for 2 years, and then Kirk Cousins is getting 84 for 3 years guaranteed. I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't think Kirk Cousins is anywhere close to Drew Brees, and then all the other contracts are just getting way out of hand.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm a conservative. I'm a free enterprise guy, but the entertainment value isn't there. Just what you said, the value isn't there. I mean, do you realize what kind of incredible shopping center or building you could buy for $84 million or $50 million? I honestly, I don't get it. These very wealthy owners, which are all billionaires, I guess to them, money doesn't mean anything. Or, I don't know, I can't explain it.
You want to help the people in the community? How about donating about 10% of that to people who are hungry or homeless, or single parents? That are a lot of those millions of dollars. Can you imagine how many people that are unfortunate that they can help? I mean, how much money can a player really need?
Philanthropy, how do you say the word say it?
Philanthropist, yeah.
They do give a lot of money. We don't hear it. They do. The players do. Remember, the government is going to get probably close to 50% of these contracts. Remember, you understand that, right?
Yeah.
So by the time the ball player gets what he gets, it's still a lot of money. And remember, Drew's been around a long time. Cousins we don't know about, but their lifespan. And every one of these players walks away with, I'm generalizing now, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Travis Talk Sports here, our wonderful guest, Bernie Cash. My partner, Travis, here is on 3 hours sleep, so we're going to have to
I was in Arizona all week working, and I drove back last night. But
by yourself?
One thing, by myself. One thing about these contracts is not some of them, as you mentioned, Bernie, are guaranteed, but many of them are not. So they may be $30 million, but they can cut you at any time, and you may get $5 million. So it does work.
Granted,
both
I'll give
ways.
you that. Granted, I definitely will give you
Where
that.
you see the word guaranteed, that's where I get upset. Where they're guaranteed $20 million. Like,
Yes.
if you follow the NFL draft coming up in April,
Yes.
these first round guys all are going to get at least 10 to 20 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? I thought they changed that, where they weren't
No,
getting those
pretty
crazy numbers.
I mean, Kirk Cousins is
remember
84 million.
DeMarco Russell or whatever his name? What's that?
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
yes.
Russell, the guy.
Alex Smith got $40 million when he signed with the 49ers. $40 million.
Yeah, that must have been after him. But remember the Raiders
DeMarcus
draft
Russell.
pick of DeMarcus Russell, and he got a huge bonus and was biggest flop ever almost in the NFL. But I agree. But see, they're paying Drew Brees because he's proven himself and he's their franchise, and so I don't have a problem with that. If the money's there for them to be paid, and some of these NFL and NBA, they have to spend a certain amount of money or they'll get fined, and it may not be right. But
I agree with you on that. The comparison I was drawing is between Kirk Cousins and Drew Brees. Drew Brees is worth it. I don't have a problem with that. But Kirk Cousins, I don't think he is truly he's a great quarterback, but not truly proven yet. Some of that money, I question it, and some of the other players, like you were saying, I do feel they do get a short.
What about Drew Brees for president? I'd be his campaign manager. I mean, he's just a good human being. I mean,
He is.
He's good for New Orleans, and the owner just passed away, 90 years old.
Yes.
And
That's right.
He was a good owner for New Orleans.
I'm
He had
actually
a-
going to
the
New
city
Orleans
loved
next
him.
week for work, and I hear that's a big topic about.
There's
the
a
owner,
man that
Benson.
donated a lot to the
Yes, he
community.
did.
Tons to the community. He did a
Benson.
lot of good in the community. He did.
You're bringing me back a souvenir. You know what you could bring me back is a bowl of something.
You want some beads?
Some red beans and rice. Oh,
Beans.
baby.
You're going to New Orleans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for work.
How about
next week.
gumbo? Do you like gumbo?
I you know what? The food I hear is awesome down there, so I'm gonna experience that.
Just please a little bowl of red beans and rice, and then I'll call you, or a nice bowl of gumbo, and tell me what you think.
Hey, I will. I got to follow up. We got to follow up on our last week. Remember, we talked about the NFL draft and who we thought should go number one, and it looks like Cleveland is positioning themselves to take the running back
Saquon
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley
Yeah.
is number one because they traded and got Tyrod Taylor
From the Bills.
From the Bills, and so they can get that running back, and then they still can draft a quarterback. Or
Yeah, there's going to be plenty of quarterbacks left in the fourth when they draft in the fourth position. The
The UCLA kid, what's his name? He's phenomenal.
Rosen, the
Yes.
chosen one. Rosen,
Yes,
the chosen.
Rosen, the chosen.
Yeah, he had his pro day yesterday. They said he did great. I'm not a big Rosen fan. I'm not a big Bruin fan. So anyway, we'll
and
see.
the
what
Raiders are
happens.
making some moves. Can you believe Jordy Nelson? The Packers cut Jordy Nelson.
Oh, I bet
And-
Carr is super excited.
The Raiders scooped him up. Yeah, that'll be good. He's been a very good wide receiver. He's just gotten injured, and I guess the Packers finally gave up on him.
The
But
Rams got rid of Sammy Watkins.
yeah, you
What?
know where he went?
No.
Kansas City.
I don't understand that somebody hasn't developed the Sammy Watkins. He was a legitimate receiver in college. The Rams never used him properly. They used him sparingly. I don't know. They know something, and I was shocked that they got rid of him. Your Raiders, and soon to be my Raiders when they move to Vegas. Soon to be my Raiders.
I'm not.
What are you calling them? The Las Vegas Raiders?
My Raiders, coach.
And your Raiders too?
I love the Raiders.
What are you going to call them? The Vegas Raiders?
I think they should call them more like renegades.
Uh-huh.
They aren't going to change that name.
The
no way
Oakland
that-
Raiders
I don't
in
think
Las
so.
Vegas?
I don't think. I don't think they're gonna. I mean, the Colts were the Baltimore Colts, and then Indianapolis Colts, and the Browns. Teams keep their names. That's their identity. Could you imagine all the re-merchandising they have to go through?
Bernie, we got to take it back. When we come back, we're not going to talk about soccer today. We're going to talk about another sport that people love. People actually love this sport.
I love you, Coach.
And we're going to talk about it. But the Raiders are, they're set at wide receiver. They've got a great quarterback. Who's their running back?
They just signed Doug Martin
Oh,
too.
that's right, Doug Martin.
And does that mean that Lynch isn't coming back? We'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to talk about that. We'll be right back. Travis Talk Sports.
For real? Who bought it? Let the spirit take control.
Hi, this is Jason Perez with New American Funding, Santa Crita's own homegrown mortgage expert. Visit my website at lendscb.com or give me a call at 661-972-1092. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or trying to go from your condo to a castle, here at New American Funding, my team and I are here to help you do whatever you need. Once again, feel free to give me a call, 661-972-1092, or visit my website at lendscb.com. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Title Boxing Club is here in Santa Clarita. We're fast-paced, action-packed, and addictive. We've got music pumping and energy flowing. Come out to the Title Boxing Club and embrace your inner power and sweat it out at Santa Clarita's best workout spot for you and your entire family. Join us for your first shot-free class at the Title Boxing Club on Bouquet Canyon and New Hall Ranch Road.
Hi, my name is Garo, and I've opened up 3 Apollo's barbershops in Valencia, with the 4th one opening up on Main Street in downtown Newhall. I remember my grandfather bringing me to the barbershop when I was a boy, when trucks were made tough and integrity meant something. Apollo's Barbershop is not a fad, but is built on old school tradition. A place where a man can get a straight razor shave, a tight, clean haircut, beard and mustache grooming. Visit us at apollosbarbershop.com for all the information and contacts.
This is Bernard Cash with Earthwise Nutrition Center. We have been serving Santa Clarita Valley from the same location in Granary Square Shopping Center for the last 30 years. We built our business on earning people's trust. What you get at our store, you will not get anywhere else. You're going to get a family that's going to tell you the truth, that's more interested in earning your business long-term versus making a big sale. You're going to get 30 years of knowledge, and you're going to get a wide variety of products that actually work. You can visit us at buyearthwise.com or call us at 661-255-2928.
First impressions say it all. Choosing the right makeup is critical to that first impression and keeping your skin looking young and healthy. That's why Santa Clarita's Jen Gerard created Gerard Cosmetics. Inspired by women of all ages who gravitate toward classic and timeless beauty with a modern twist, Gerard Cosmetics. Superb quality and pigmentation, along with lip glosses and lipsticks in colors for everyone. The internationally acclaimed Gerard Cosmetics. Discover your new look at GerardCosmetics.com.
I listen to it all day, every day.
Hometown, your hometown station.
Hey, Biz, let it drop right here.
Welcome back, everybody, to Travis Talk Sports. Give us a call, 298-5487. Well, Coach, you got me thinking. What is a sport that...
Well, you three babies, and we have a whole studio of babies. We're too young to remember back in the 60s, miniature golf was huge. Huge. This is where you took a date. They had trampolines. They had arcades. It was really a family fun environment.
Sock hops and
sock hops. Yeah, that's right.
Drive-in movie.
You only
theaters.
read about it, Aaron. You don't even know anything about it.
So that's a sport. Miniature golfing's a sport.
It is a family event. Can I say it that way?
Yes.
But here's what I think should come back. You ready? Yeah. Curling. We should have. Yes. Wouldn't it be cool to go into a bowling alley and maybe 4 or 5 lanes, they freeze it up, and you do curling? I think curling would be fun.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Stop it, Coach.
That's why I love Aaron producing our show, man. All right.
So are you going to start the league, the curling league of Santa Clarita Valley?
I got to look into what it would cost to freeze the lanes. You know.
I bet you'd get some takers.
I didn't hear that, but I just heard that.
Hey, we got to talk spring training here and Major League Baseball. And I was reading an article that is saying, could this be the Dodgers opening day lineup? And they have one particular player they say is stealing the show.
Matthew Kemp.
That is correct.
Do you like baseball, Bernard?
I love baseball. Don't ask me about names or anything, but I love baseball.
Okay, got you.
So this starting lineup, tell me what you think. Chris Taylor, Corey Seager, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Matt Kemp, Yasiel Puig, Logan Forsythe, Austin Barnes, and Kyle Farmer. I don't know why they.
No, why would they put it? Kyle's a catcher. Austin Barnes, if he starts,
they have him. They had him as a. That's weird. This says as a DH. I guess they played yesterday, and they played an American.
I would
team.
start Andrew Tolles because he got injured. He had a hell of a start to the season. He got injured. Was out all last year. He's having a good spring. Andrew Tolles is having so put Tolles in left field. He can run. He's one of the fastest players in Major League Baseball. Start Austin Barnes, and I'm happy.
Well, they're saying Kemp is the biggest surprise in camp, that he's come in shape. Dave Roberts is happy, lost 40 pounds. He's looking really good and having a great spring training. So I don't know what they're going to do. But isn't it nice to have options?
It's very nice to have options. I'm still dealing with my bitterness of them choking in the World Series, and I'm going to have to work through it. Bellinger didn't come through. Seager got hurt. No clutch hitting. I don't know.
Well, they were young. The Dodgers are young, mostly.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. So they got some experience.
Okay, let's go with that.
You know Bellinger going to do better if he gets another opportunity, right? He's a young rookie and,
I hope
working things out. Now, I have a buddy who's a big Anaheim Angels fan, and he always gets upset when we never talk about the Angels. Do you have anything to say about the Angels?
I don't even know where they are. Where are they located?
Me either.
Hey, Bernard, how is Earthwise? When you talk to customers at your vitamin store in Granary Square, do you ever talk sports, or is it all about health stuff?
I deal with a lot of athletes.
Oh, you do?
I actually, besides just athletes locally, I like to help all the college kids and the high school kids. But I also get a lot of fitness. In the old days, back in the 90s, used to call bodybuilders. Now there's a lot of different categories in fitness builders, and there's a lot of these weight loss or trimming down competitions that are held here in town, which I think is wonderful. It's really great for people to be more healthy with all these programs. But they come into me and they want to talk about nutrition and supplements, and I just love to take somebody from ready to spend $300-400 to giving them a regimen where they can walk out of the store with maybe $100-120. Sometimes less is more. So yes, I deal with people from recovering from injuries or trying to build endurance or simply losing weight. Like I heard Kemp lost 40 pounds taking carb arrest. I don't know. That's
taking what?
Carb arrest. It's a product we sell in the store.
Carbo.
It's called carb arrest. I don't know if it's real or not, but I know that carb arrest can help you lose weight, and it has no stimulants. Like if people are taking medications or older or even younger, it just has a special fiber in it that binds to fat from your diet, making your fat non-absorbable, and a special enzyme, the white kidney bean, that inhibits the enzyme that breaks down carbs. So when you eat, your body will eliminate more of the fat from your food and the carbohydrates. And then they add some cactus extract called Gymnea sylvestre that balances your blood sugar levels, and that will make you not hungry. It adjusts your appetite. So you take a carb arrest before each meal, and you'll eat less. It controls your appetite, and you will pass through more of what you eat. So who doesn't like to have a really good fiber in their diet? And there's no caffeine, no stimulants, or any negative side effects.
I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you.
I think Coach needs a double dose. Do you have anything that's extra strength?
We'll take some carb arrest, Coach, and we'll go do all-you-can-eat sushi.
Yeah, no, but that's interesting. So before you eat the meal, you probably mix it with water, right?
No, you take the pill and take it.
Oh, it's a pill?
Yeah, it's a pill.
I'll see you Monday.
You drink the pill and give it like a couple, 3 minutes, and the fiber expands in your stomach.
Now, what about an energy? Travis, on 3 hours sleep, drove from his luxury business in Phoenix yesterday. Is there an energy pill? I take B12. What do you think?
That's a very good question. Energy is a very, very big topic, and I give seminars sometimes on this topic. There's all sorts of energy. There is caffeine energy. There is speed energy, like from ephedra. I like to always go back to the basics, just like with sports. Before you could shoot a hoop, you got to learn how to dribble, right? So the basics are, if you're taking a well-rounded multivitamin and a well-rounded multimineral that is made correctly in the United States, not ingredients coming from China, okay, then you should get all that you need to have normal function. You should have enough energy. Now, if you want to take something that gives you a little bit more kick, older people like you, Coach, and I can use the extra B12. And the reason for that is our body's ability to metabolize B12 gets lesser after the age of 40, 45. So we need to take it sublingually or in liquid form to help with the body's production of hemoglobin. That's how it helps with energy. B12 combined with iron makes hemoglobin, and hemoglobin is what transports oxygen to the cells, and hence we get more energy. But then you have other products like, for example, thermal.
Well, time out, say iron. So I don't think, where would I get iron in my diet? Seriously.
Mainly red meat, but
I don't eat meat. There you go.
Or tomatoes or certain beans. I see a lot of vegetarians, especially vegan vegetarians, they are anemic. and low on energy.
Aaron doesn't eat meat either.
When did you stop eating meat, Coach? I thought.
No, I've never been a meat eater. I mean, I'll have a hamburger once in a while, but no, I've never been a meat eater. Even when I was a kid, is McDonald's meat?
No.
Oh,
That's cardboard, right?
I saw you with the In-N-Out before you
Stop
came in.
it already.
What do you mean?
But iron, I need iron. Where do
Guzzling
I
down
get
tamales at Jasmine's.
Stop it, Aaron. Is that meat?
I don't know. I think some of them are
Tamales.
pork.
Tamales aren't meat, are they?
Yeah, you had the pork. You had like 3 of them before the show.
Well, isn't that the other white chicken, the other white meat?
Yeah, but no, but iron.
Iron.
Okay.
Now iron also.
You need a lot of iron.
You don't want to take an iron supplement unless you know you're low on iron. Iron is one of the most toxic supplements you can take.
Okay.
There are supplements. That's why you should come to my store. You should talk.
I'm there Monday. I'll be there Monday.
I'm talking to the listeners here. I know you Coach. Even you're the wisest one here in this room.
Excuse me?
Even though Coach is the wisest one here in this room, he still asks. He's still always looking to get knowledge, and he has a humble attitude about him, and that's what makes him, I guess, a great teacher and great coach.
I don't know if he's really the wisest one here in the room.
Leave it alone,
because
Travis.
Bernie, wasn't I just at your shop a couple weeks ago?
Travis.
He hasn't been there and bought anything. I have.
I was leading into that.
Travis,
So,
leave it alone.
I will tell you, all the listeners out there, go to Earthwise Nutritional Center because Bernie set me up a couple weeks ago, got me everything I needed. It worked well. It's been great. I couldn't ask. He gave me an education. That's the thing. He cares. When he says that in his commercials, when he says that here, he's telling you the truth. So,
You're amazing.
listeners, go out there.
You're amazing.
I want to add one more thing.
And then we need to talk.
And then we talk
Patriots.
Just
Patriots.
one more thing. I just want to say this to the listeners, especially in the supplement industry. If you really care enough to put something in your mouth, it's going to go in your body. You need to know how it's made, what's in it. What you don't know will hurt you. What you don't know will hurt you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention, and I hope to see you next time.
Travis Talks
Vote
Sports.
Bernie.
Travis Talks Sports on award-winning KHTS and 98.1 and 1220 AM. And the best producer you could ever have, Aaron, is with us. I wish I had him doing all my shows, but he only does your show because he likes you, Travis.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Yeah. Back to football, NFL. My favorite team, my favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. What the hell is going on with the Patriots? You have a situation where they've dumped their running back, their best lineman, their best cornerback. Hello?
Well, wait a second. Don't you trust that organization? You may not understand these moves, but let's look at their history. They're going to do what's right for that organization, and most of the time, it's a successful transaction, whatever it is, to keep them right there in the hunt.
It's interesting you say that because my wife this morning said the same thing. She said, "What are you doing today?" I said, "Do you really want to know?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Well, I have an invite to the White House. I'm doing some consulting there. Tiger Woods and I have a coaching call at 3 o'clock. He wants to know how to hit that wedge off a tight lie." And then Bill Belichick said, "Coach, do you have any eligibility left?" So you're right. I've got to put more trust in Uncle Bill.
Hello. Well, we have seen Bill Belichick year after year take average players from other teams and turn them into phenomenal players. So I'm willing to bet that he is not leaving anything to chance, that any moves that are being made by the Patriots, Bill Belichick is the brainchild behind them.
I think Coach is going to be the new guy who deflates the footballs for Tom Brady.
That's it.
Right? That's why Bill called you.
How funny.
Yeah.
Someday the truth's going to come out. Probably all four of us will be long gone, but at some point the truth's going to come out on that deflate gate.
I'll be honest with you guys. I would love to be the water boy on the sidelines of that team. What a privilege it would be just to be associated with them and listen to how the coach runs the organization. I believe, in my humble opinion, I believe that the coach, makes the biggest difference in the team over any other aspect, any other player or anything else.
It's a good point. It's a nice lead-in. I'm reading a book by Seth Davis, a very famous sports writer. It's called Getting to Us, and he interviews about 7 great coaches. And I'm reading now about Dabo Swinney of Clemson. Do you know anything about college football, Bernie?
A little bit, yeah.
So they won the national championship 2 years ago, and they lost in the finals this year to Alabama. And it's all the stories of these great coaches. Urban Meyer, the coach of Duke, how do you pronounce his name?
Krzyzewski.
It's not spelt that way, but it is Krzyzewski. You're right. And Rivers. Do you think Rivers of the Clippers is a great coach? He's a nice man. I just don't see him as a great coach.
Is Pat Riley in there, or is this
No.
just current? This
No.
is current coaches. I get it.
Yeah, current
Okay.
coaches.
Current coaches.
Jim Boeheim with Syracuse. You know who he is.
Yes, I think Doc's a good coach. I mean, great coach. I don't know. He had the players in Boston, and they got it done. He's won a championship. And you would think that with that Clipper lineup he had at one time that they didn't succeed. They didn't meet expectations.
You're being nice, man.
But I think, look, I would almost say that this year has been one of his better coaching jobs with all their players hurt, and they still may make the playoffs. I would say he's had way less talent and a very tough Western Conference. And, at times these guys play good. I'm not a Clipper fan, but, hey, I think any coach in the NBA is a good coach. It's the talent is if you don't have the talent and nowadays to win a championship, you have to have almost 3 stars, three All-Pros, 3 All-Stars to win a championship. So
I wanted to share with you the one point that came across in this whole book is every coach has been through a lot of heartache in his life. Every coach put in hours and hours of study time like Bernie does with his business, Earthwise. They know how the watch is made, just like you were explaining to us. And they go the extra mile. And, how many of us really go that extra mile? You're going to Orange County today. You're going the extra mile this afternoon, Bernie. I mean, that's what it takes to win, and people don't see that in winners. They only see you getting the championship trophy. They don't see what goes on day in and day out.
Right. I mean, we touched on the Olympic athletes a couple of weeks ago when the Olympics were going on, and the point is this: in order to excel above and beyond the average performer in any field of life. And we talked about the mediocrity in the workplace, which in my book, in your book, I know, Coach, I know for you, Travis, that is not acceptable. But in order to produce something phenomenal, you have to go beyond the 8 hours a day. You have to have an incessant passion for something. You hear the stories of Michael Jordan sleeping with his basketball, and dribbling it to school and back. And so you have to have that passion that drives you to want to put more effort, and it's a joy. It's not work. And that's when great things can happen.
Yeah, I think you're right, definitely right. I think the problem, something I've experienced, is finding that passion. Because a lot of people have a job that they have a job to make ends meet, and they don't have the love and the passion and the joy for it. And I think when you find that,
you're blessed. You're blessed to be able to do a job that's something that you love. That's
right.
A big blessing.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, thank God we have you, Bernard. Earthwise, he's not only a dear friend of the show, he's also one of our great sponsors. I'll be at a store Monday getting that. What's it called?
Carb Arrest.
Carb Rest.
Carb
We're
Arrest.
going to give the show a rest for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. And when we finish up, God, this hour has gone bizarrely fast. We're going to talk about a sport that I think needs to be played in every school in this country. It was a sport that I played as a young man. I don't know why it's disappeared. We'll be right back.
We've already talked about curling, so I hope it's not another story on curling. And we're going to talk about update the scores in the tournament when we come back on Travis Talk Sports.
At Jersey Mike's, we make a sub above. Bread baked fresh, veggies served crisp, meat and cheese sliced on the spot. Then comes the juice. Red wine vinegar and olive oil blended to perfection. It's what makes a Jersey Mike's sub a sub to behold. And beholding, Well, we think that works best with two hands. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Your Santa Clarita Jersey Mike's, a proud sponsor of Santa Clarita Sports.
The best live theater can be found right here in the Santa Clarita Valley. The Canyon Theater Guild has been entertaining audiences for decades with top quality musicals and plays. Located on Main Street in Old Town Newhall, CTG also offers workshops for the young actor in your family. For more information, call the box office at 799-2702 or go online to canyontheater.org.
Hi, my name is Garo, and I've opened up 3 Apollo's barbershops in Valencia, with the 4th one opening up on Main Street in downtown Newhall. I remember my grandfather bringing me to the barbershop when I was a boy, when trucks were made tough and integrity meant something. Apollo's Barbershop is not a fad, but is built on old school tradition. A place where a man can get a straight razor shave, a tight, clean haircut, beard, and mustache grooming. Visit us at apollosbarbershop.com for all the information and contacts.
Hi, this is Jason Perez with New American Funding, Santa Clarita's own homegrown mortgage expert. Visit my website at lendseb.com or give me a call at 661-972-1092. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or trying to go from your condo to a castle, here at New American Funding, my team and I are here to help you do whatever you need. Once again, feel free to give me a call, 661-972-1092.
Let it drop right here.
Welcome back to Travis Talk Sports. Call in 298-5487. We're here with Bernard Cash from Earthwise Nutrition Center and the coach, Ron Tunick. He wants to talk to us about bringing a new sport back to high school or whatever.
It's an old, and I'm serious. I can't be more serious. It's an old sport that I grew up playing. It was you have to get on your knees. I can give you all the tips you'd never get. Well, I told you what it was, but you get on your knees.
You're using your issues with this.
You're using you're using your thumbs. Marbles.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Marbles.
Oh, absolutely. I had a huge collection of marbles growing up.
Yes.
And I was really good at it.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
You draw a circle in the sand.
Right.
All right, you guys are out of the studio. Go play marbles. What in the world? This is an athletic sport. You get on your knees. You said you started by
Skill.
you get on your knees.
Skill.
Okay, so that's the athletic ability. You got to have strong thumbs, and you got to be able to get down on your knees to do marbles.
There's a lot of strategy. Bernie, we're going to tell you something.
Don't call it a sport. It's like a educational, scholastic.
Is golf a sport?
Yes.
Same thing. Takes skill.
Yeah, skill. You're a golfer. I'm a golfer. It takes a lot of skill.
Wait, is darts a sport?
Is what?
Darts.
No.
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 I lose that
Neither
one.
is marbles, coach. It's
Marbles.
Darts. I like darts.
I think you guys
too.
have lost a few marbles.
You know what? I think you and I need to go on the Cerebro Smart product to help us
at Earthwise.
keep up with Travis.
You have a dart. You should put a dartboard up at Earthwise.
Yeah.
You should do that.
That's not a bad
I think
idea.
you should start your own school, the Tunic School of Foolishness, and they can have curling there and marbles as some of the sport.
I think Travis needs some sleep, Coach.
Yeah, you knock curling. Let me tell you what, it's going to pop up. What's this sport that is so popular now across the country with the net? You throw it like a baseball. God, I'm having a
Cricket?
Net.
No, not
no.
crab. Cross, something cross.
Lacrosse. Oh my God, have you ever been to a lacrosse? You ever touched that ball?
No.
It is hard as a rock. If that ball hits you, it's going to hurt you.
Lacrosse is big across the country. Way
That's
big.
where they
Yeah.
wear.
Here, too.
where
You know,
they
it's a
wear
great
helmet
game.
gear.
It is.
You know, it's a great game. Badminton. Don't sleep on badminton. I love badminton.
Well, wait. Can we finish on lacrosse? Lacrosse is
thought
a
we were
little
talking about marbles.
a little basketball, a little baseball. There's a lot going on with the lacrosse, man.
I just don't think people will pay to watch that sport.
I'm being at your store Monday to lose weight. It's called Carb Rest.
Carb arrest.
Arrest.
Carb.
It's like putting handcuffs on carbohydrates and making them pass through the intestine and exit, without being absorbed.
I know it's off topic, but I'd like to talk about Steph Curry getting injured.
Chronic, this is the 9th time. They would be smart just to hold him out to the playoffs. Let this thing heal. You've played basketball, Aaron. You twist an ankle, and that ankles don't heal very quickly.
Well, everybody twists ankles that plays basketball, but this guy, he has a chronic problem with
Yes.
weak ankles or
Yeah,
something
he
because
does.
it doesn't take much just for that little tweak, and he's
Steven, if
he's
you're
done
listening,
for a while.
if you're listening, you need to get Joints Ultra. You won't twist an ankle again, and if you do, it will heal quickly.
Really?
Joints Ultra. It's an incredible joint formula. It helps with swelling and rebuilding the tendons.
I want
and
to open up a
ligaments.
vitamin store. Why don't we open up a second vitamin store somewhere?
I will do it on one condition.
What?
Investors have approached me with that to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I tell them one condition.
What?
Everybody whoever's going to run the store, they have to go through my vitamin school. I have a vitamin certification school with
Ooh.
15 modules, and you
Ooh.
have to pass the test in order to work there. I'm sick and
Travis
tired.
and I will open up a store.
I am sick and tired of all these locations that claim they sell vitamins and they don't know diddly squat about what they're selling.
Well, Travis and I, where's a good location? Like Canyon Country might be a good location?
No,
you
I
think?
tried that. I had a store there.
Oh, you
and
did?
It did not work out over there.
So your
No.
Earthwise is in Valencia.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
It is.
where
Maybe
else-
downtown Newell here it might work. With the new the way they spruced up.
Let's wait a few years. They're
You
going
got to do it near a college where all these athletes will come in and
Well, he's
start
near.
buying your
Yeah,
stuff.
he's 2 minutes from.
And maybe if you sell marbles there, you'll get even more customers.
You'll get the young and the old people.
Look, our listeners know about marbles. Okay, so
All right,
you guys
let's.
come on.
But Steph, he just turned 30 this week too, and so if he does need that product, Joint what?
Ultra.
Okay,
Joints
I'll
Ultra.
talk to him. I will talk to him. We'll get some Joint Ultras sent out, and he'll get those ankles strong. Continue to lead the Warriors.
Yeah.
Let's follow up here, Coach, before we go with some scores here. North Carolina is still winning, 80-61. That's
Thank
not
you.
going to
Thank
be an
you.
upset.
Oh, thank God.
Butler is up 53-47 on Arkansas. And West Virginia and Murray State are just getting started here, 23-15 West Virginia. And then we got Texas and Nevada, a 10-7 seed. Texas, the 10 seed, is winning 19-16. And our winners today, Texas A&M beat Providence. Purdue beat Cal State
I
Fullerton.
had Purdue. What was that score, incidentally?
74-48.
Okay.
But Purdue lost their big 7-footer Haas to a fractured elbow.
Oh.
He is a huge
Oh.
man. Have you ever seen that guy?
Yes.
He's a big boy, and he's
Purdue, I
gets in there.
thought, but with him out today, I had him as a sleeper. But yeah, without him, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, and then the big upset today is Marshall over Wichita State, 81-75.
Do you know where Marshall is? Do you know their nickname?
Marshall?
The Thundering Herd.
Is it?
West Virginia, the Thundering
West
Herd.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. One of our longtime listeners, Jimmy Piccirillo, went to Marshall. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Shouts out, baby.
Cincinnati beat Georgia State.
I had Cincinnati.
And then this afternoon games, we got Kansas State versus Creighton. That should be a good game, 9-8. 9-8 seed.
That'll be a good game. Seton Hall beat my team, and that was a little upsetting to me. Seton Hall hasn't been doing much, and then all of a sudden they show up this year.
What's great about the tournament this year, I think, is
Anybody.
but also, I mean, you have DeAndre Ayton out of the tournament now, but you still have, the top 10, top 14 players outside of Luka Doncic, obviously, who's playing in Europe.
Yeah.
A lot of stars.
Yeah. What time does your show start today?
My show starts at 4.
At 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
Tune in.
And they say Luka could be the number one pick. And
Have you seen highlights of that guy?
I have. And our guest who was here a couple weeks ago, Mr. Pimberthy, he trains him.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So I've known about Luka for a couple years.
He is impressive. I don't know if you've seen this guy, Coach. He's like 6'8". The kid's 18 years old. He's been playing professional basketball overseas since he was like 15. He's 6'8", like 230. I mean, built like a brick house.
Wow.
Can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Will he go top 3, top 4?
I believe
He
so.
should.
Yeah.
Luka, huh? Luka Doncic.
Lakers, interesting how they are seen to, how do I want to say this, a lot of energy in their games. Surprisingly, they're doing well this last month. If they can attract somebody, I don't want to say LeBron, but they just need one big star maybe to get in the playoffs next year.
I'm convinced LeBron's coming here to the Lakers, or I keep hearing more and more talk about to the Rockets, which I hope
I have
doesn't
a
happen.
call with LeBron at 4 today. I'll give you next week an update on that phone call. So
Yeah, right. So let's see here, Coach. We got
to say goodbye.
I know we got to say goodbye. We got the rest of the tournament this weekend. When we talk next week, we'll be down to what? The Final Four, Elite Eight.
Elite
Eight.
Travis Talk Sports. See you
Thank
next
you all
Friday,
for
1 o'clock.
listening. We'll see you next week. Out.